Hey there, it's Laria. We know that the Shadowlands pre-patch is quickly approaching, so I wanted to make a video with a list of suggestions to keep you busy in the meantime. My goal is to give you some suggestions for things to do before pre-patch that are no-brainers, but I also have a few ideas that are outside the box. Hopefully this video revives your drive to play and gets you ready for pre-patch. My first suggestion is to clean out your bags and banks so that you don't end up with bags going into Shadowlands that look like this, and this, and this. Go through all of your character's bags and banks and sell everything from BFA. This includes herbs, augment runes, BOEs, materials, along with anything else you've been holding on to. I'm not usually someone who plays the auction house. I don't use any auction house add-ons, and I don't actively try to sell items to make gold. However, you might as well make some space in your bags, sell the things you don't need anymore, and make some extra gold. To give you an idea, I've sold about half the items I don't need across all of my Alliance characters, and I've made 30,814 gold by doing that. I haven't even started cleaning out the bags and banks on my Horde alts. Even if the items look like they won't sell for that much, trust me, just sell them. The gold quickly adds up. When you get into Shadowlands and start leveling and questing, the last thing you want to worry about is having to delete items in your bags because you don't have any room. Not only that, but you'll be collecting a whole bunch of new items from Shadowlands when you're out in the new zones. My next suggestion is to find a guild either on your main character or your alts. Finding a guild going into a new expansion is really important, and it's also the best time to find a guild. A lot of players are usually returning back to World of Warcraft around the time of a new expansion, so you're not the only one who's looking for a new guild. If your main character already has a guild, my other suggestion is to find a guild for your alts. I made an Alliance Druid, but I have a lot of alts that are on Horde because I have friends who play on different servers that are Horde. About a year ago, a lot of my Horde friends had stopped playing, they went on to other games, but I still wanted to play my Horde Druid, but I didn't have any friends on Illidan anymore, and my Druid also wasn't in a guild, so I wasn't really quite sure what to do. And then Blizzard came out with their new in-game guild search system. This was an amazing way for my Horde Druid to find a guild. It is still in that guild as of today. It is an amazing community. I've met a lot of great friends over there, and while I had reached out to them and asked them if my Druid could join, I wasn't necessarily interested in raiding, but they have a Saturday heroic alt raid that I was interested in. Basically, part of my suggestion is to use the in-game guild finder. As you can see, you can sort through all the pages, you can read a little bit of a description about each guild, you can see how many people are in the guild. There's a lot of different things to look at. I ended up going through quite a few pages before I found the guild that I ended up joining, and that's totally fine. When you do find the guild that you want to join, you want to make sure that you find out who's online, either find the guild master or an officer who's in there, and just send them a message and tell them what you're looking for in a guild, and see if they'll take you. My next suggestion to keep you busy until the pre-patch is to open up your Achievements tab and choose a random category to work on. Most people do not have every achievement in the game, and a lot of these achievements are from past expansions. If you're looking for something that's different and outside the box, just pick a random category and try your best to complete some of those achievements. You can see that I still have a bunch of pet battle achievements that I still need to do. Some of these bring me to different expansion zones in Azeroth. It gets me out of Kultiris and Zandalar and sends me to areas that I haven't visited in a while. You don't have to work on the Pet Battles achievement category though. There are so many different categories that you can choose from. My next suggestion is to take advantage of the Impressive Influence Reputation buff. The Impressive Influence buff means that for the month of September, players can earn bonus reputation. This increases reputation gains by 100% with Legion and all Battle for Azeroth factions, including Uldum and Rajani. This is a great time to take advantage of this buff and finally get those Legion Paragon mounts you've had your eye on. Now I have a few suggestions that are most likely unpopular opinions, but I want to throw them out there anyway. This next suggestion is to work on getting the Groundbreaker title. You can achieve this title by completing 250 dig sites in Legion. No, not 250 digs. It's 250 fully completed dig sites on your map. This is definitely something that will keep you busy until pre-patch. The next suggestion that I'm calling an unpopular choice is to fish up all 4 of the tiny carp in Pandaria. They all require different areas in the zones. Some of them are from fishing pools, some are not. It takes a long time to fish up one of these. All 4 of them are extremely rare. It's true, you could buy them from the auction house, but this is something that I personally work on during lulls in the expansion. It's a great feeling when you finally fish up that carp that you've spent so long trying to get. My final suggestion that could also be considered an unpopular choice is farming RUKHMAR for the Solar Spirehawk mount. This is my absolute favorite mount in the game. I farmed this little mount off and on for about 5 years, farming it on about a dozen characters. I'm suggesting it now to fill your time before pre-patch because RUKHMAR has a 15-minute respawn timer. If you have 4 characters, then you'll spend about 45 minutes to an hour just waiting around. As painful as that sounds, this mount is totally worth it. I hope this video gave you some ideas to keep you busy in World of Warcraft while we all wait for the Shadowlands pre-patch. Let me know in the comments how you've been spending your time in-game anticipating the new expansion.